Subscribe G8. Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Here's why Jordan shouldn't fight for Curtis, since she won't. General Hospital information: Jordan Ashford has many reasons to let go of the unresolved hurt and affection she has harbored for Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, for the past 2 years. She was correct. That was an excessively long time to put her life on hold. Despite not saying it out loud, Curtis made his decision when he returned home to Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. Jordan felt she was the underdog despite his reasonable and compelling explanation, and she really wants to be the star of her own show. Here comes Zeke Robinson. Even if he ultimately became Portia's brother, he nevertheless started a fire in Jordan that had been simmering for some time. She will continue to be thankful for it, even though she attempts to suppress her attraction to him. She also hopes he never connects the dots and realizes who she is. Curtis will become aware of Jordan's altered attitude in the meantime and won't like it. Hospital in general, there are a lot of fish in the sea, really. Jordan only needed one night with one man to remember that she still has something to offer. Anyone. It's simply not Curtis. She must acknowledge that he is already taken. Their time is past. And if she can have a connection like the one she did with Zeke without any baggage or complications holding them together, she can be confident that something better, even if it is just some carefree fun, is out there waiting for her. Say that Curtis is unsure of his goals or his ideal partner. It is obvious that Curtis is unable to decide what he wants. He now understood his error in leaving Jordan too soon without giving their relationship a genuine shot. He now has the opportunity to correct that error, but doing so would expose him to the risk of repeating it. He's torn between two life lessons and isn't sure which way to choose at this crossroads. Jordan is aware. The ever-so-compassionate ex-wife again showed deference to him and moved aside to allow him sort out his uncertainty, but she won't wait while he does it. Given how far he's dragged things out already, that's a prudent strategy. Hospital in general, Portia causes issues. If Jordan's effort to seduce her ex-husband wasn't destructive enough, Portia's discovery that Jordan traveled there with her brother will set off a brand new battle in her direction. Although she couldn't have known at the time that Zeke was connected to Portia, the new Mrs. Ashford might have something to say about Jordan's propensity for sleeping with strangers and her behavior in the bedroom. Jordan's pursuit of Curtis will only get more challenging if she does so now that Zeke is aware of her actions. With Spencer, Portia lays down her cards. According to General Hospital, Portia will express her concerns about this despite the fact that she currently has a lot going on in her life. By now, everyone is aware of Portia's long-standing mistrust of Spencer, which is why she is concerned about his current romantic involvement with Trina. For all the information you require, continue reading below. Hospital in general with Spencer, Portia lays down her cards. According to the most recent issue of Soap Opera Digest, Portia chats to Spencer at Curtis' birthday celebration and shares her concerns about her daughter. Portia is concerned that Trina would wind up suffering the worst possible consequences as a result of all that is happening and how connected he is with Ace and, of course, Esmond. Trina is at that age where she's not a kid anymore. She's not a child. She's not living at home. She's in school, and she's going into that phase of adulthood. Brooke Kerr, who portrays Portia on the popular ABC soap, says in a new interview, "However, sometimes you have blinders on after your first love when your heart opens up." As a result, Portia feels the need to argue against her own position and say, "Look, all of these things you are feeling are valid, but let's not forget the other side." Just enter here with a set of incredibly wide-open eyes. I believe that Portia finds it difficult to let go of her child, on whom she has centered her entire life, especially in light of the family's recent distressing events and the potential paternity issue. Hospital in general, what will Trina and Spencer do next? According to Brooke, Portia is sort of white-knuckling it, trying to hang on to her and also let her be an adult, because she's so concerned in Trina having the best life. Although she has mixed success with this, she still believes that the problems she has with Spencer are real.
Fans of
Why
General
Not
Hospital
Hospital will have to watch to find out what happens next, of course. Until then, please leave a comment below with your ideas to let us know what you think. The ABC network broadcasts General Hospital during the week. For times, check your neighborhood listings. Nicholas Chavez and Tabiana Ali talk about Sprina's new reality. According to General Hospital, Sprina lovers may expect good things to happen. In fact, actresses Tabiana Ali and Nicholas Chavez recently discussed their roles as Spencer and Trina, and what lies ahead for them. For all the information you require, continue reading below. Nicholas Chavez and Tabiana Ali from General Hospital talk about Sprina's new reality. In a recent interview with Soap Opera Digest, Nicholas stated that his favorite scene with Tabiana thus far had Trina leaping into his arms as the haunted star blew up. "That is my favorite Sprina scene," the actor recalled. Trina sprints full speed in his direction as Spencer approaches her, jumps into his arms, and they kiss. You get what I mean when I say that's something I've always wanted to do. As a performer, you see that moment play out on TV and in movies all the time. And I finally got to play the battered man who emerges from an explosion to find the love of his life running and leaping into his arms. I had a lot of fun with that. Tabiana also mentioned that while filming, she received some excellent advice from none other than Ginny Francis. "I did a few leaps and held a baby, and that was about it," she remarked. "I could have done more, perhaps, but Francis and Laura were right there with me, and Ginny was, like, whispering in my ear just before we started filming. 'You are so messed up right now,' she said. 'This situation is messed up. You have no idea where he is. This hurts and it hurts. For you, this is painful. Go outside now.' 'Yes, ma'am,' I said. And that was very beneficial. Hospital in general, what will Sprina do next?" Nicholas continued, "I don't think that any character in Port Charles has time to process anything. But if they did, they would definitely be helping each other with that lass." With regard to what comes next for the couple better known as Sprina, he said, "Although Trina and Spencer have both lately experienced setbacks, I believe that they will be able to support one another all the way to the finish, through thick and thin. They will be able to roll with the punches as a team without a doubt." Fans of General Hospital will have to watch to find out what happens next, of course. Until then, please leave a comment below with your ideas to let us know what you think. The ABC network broadcasts General Hospital during the week. For times, check your neighborhood listings. Keeping hope alive, being of service, and receiving news. Tuesday, June 12th, General Hospital, and updates tease holding out hope, assisting a friend, and receiving news. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, is assisting a friend, TJ Ashford. Taj Bello has some news, and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, is holding out hope. The General Hospital is still hopeful? Portia, Donald Turner, is asking Curtis Ashford at the Metro Court Pool if there is still chance for them to establish a true family. They are present for Curtis' birthday celebration alongside Marshall Ashford, Robert Gossett, Stella Henry, Bernie Watson, and Trina Robinson. Tabiana Ali. Portia's inquiry appears to have taken Curtis surprised, and he is probably wondering why she didn't ask him at home. He didn't make any promises when he moved back, and he's still sleeping in the guest room. Portia is probably hoping that his attitude has improved as a result of learning that he is Trina's biological father. Helping a Friend by G.H. When Marcus Taggart, Rael Andrews, who is inconsolable, invites her to join him for a drink at the Metro Court restaurant, it appears that Jordan is also there. Jordan will observe that her old DEA partner has already consumed too much alcohol and feels as though his life has been appended. When the paternity test revealed that Trina wasn't his daughter, Marcus managed to keep it together but broke down in tears as the elevator descended. Jordan will try to support him through it, since he is currently gorging himself to bury his grief. Hospital in general, Stella Henry is anxious. Stella is concerned and inquires if it was something she said when she returns to Curtis' reception. She is still feeling insecure about disappointing Curtis and disappearing from his and Portia's wedding. That was due to the fact that Trina discovered it on her own, and Portia had still not informed him that Trina might be his daughter. Since she was meant to officiate, she had been looking for Stella, but did not realize that Stella must be getting the side eye from someone, whether that's actually the case or not. Stella's concern will be addressed, and someone will allay her worries, fears, and doubts. Gladys Corbin is reasonably anxious as Sasha Gilmore is attempting to renounce her guardianship and wants out. Given that Sasha seems to be beginning to believe that Gladys doesn't believe in her, it appears as though Gladys is attempting to dissuade her. But that's not the issue. The issue is that Gladys has started using Sasha's funds to gamble, accrue continual gambling debt, and then pay it off. After spending time with her relatives, Selena Wu, Lydia Look, will shortly return and demand payment. Hospital in general update from Drew Kane. While talking on the phone and telling someone he's taking the future into his own hands, Drew Kane provides an update while standing in a corridor. He might be speaking to Laura Wright's character Carly Spencer, who is unaware that he plans to turn himself in to the SEC and enter a guilty plea to defend her and her family. The only two options are for her to testify against him or for him to testify against her, neither of which is acceptable. Since she married Sonny Corinthos so she wouldn't have to testify against him, Carly hasn't resorted to her previous methods. However, that might not be effective in this charge and in this kind of court. Spoilers for G8, having news. TJ leaves Ned Quartermain's room in the General Hospital ICU and tells Olivia Quartermain, who is in critical condition, that they have some news regarding her husband. She had been crying, praying, holding onto her rosary, and going through a spiritual crisis because she didn't believe she was reaching the all-powerful. Despite the encouragement from Carly and Brooklyn Quartermain, she will continue to worry the worst-case scenario. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.